Like for me, I think it's like one of the best win-win scenarios I think you could hand someone, to be honest. There's obviously, he's a very tough guy, you know, he's a very seasoned competitor. I get my guys drilling him in eye roll, you know, they drill him in eye roll, and I'm fighting that guy, you know, which is insane to think, you know, just on the face of it. You know, I've always said within the sport, I'm just gonna take match by match and just take year by year and just enjoy my training and keep enjoying the sport. And cool things keep happening, no, which this is one of them. It's not often I get a fight against such a high level opponent, so close to home, you know. I do feel like, I got if the opponent was different, I don't think I'd be having this many people come up to watch, because I think it's purely the fact that it's probably one of the greatest opportunities I'm going to get to kind of boost the trajectory of my career that I probably will ever get, you know. So the team's going to be there. I love performing in front of my own guys, you know. I would say to them, I could go, I could get submitted. You know, Jeremy, I could go, I could get submitted. But if it was that easy, everyone would do it. You know, if it was that straightforward, then everyone would be fighting on Polaris stage. You know, I'm just happy, and I'm you know, kind of proud that I can represent my team on that stage. I 100%, you know, everyone knows I'm going to throw. I'm going to absolutely throw down. I'm going to put my all into it. I'm going to hunt the finish. And even I say it every single time, if me hunting the finish gets me finished, then that's what it is. Do you know what I mean? That is what it is. You know, I've never played a safe game. I'm never pushing for the decision. I'm never pushing for overtime. I'm never pushing for points. I just want to keep hunting and get the finish.
When I was younger, I used to be very overweight. At 13, I was walking around at like 170, 175 pounds. And I was also much shorter. My brother had started doing this thing, jiu-jitsu, and he was convincing me to try and come in, and eventually one day I went in, and then pretty much from that day on, I started training every single day. I just fell in love with it, and now here I am today, competing on a professional event like Polaris. When I was 15 years old, my parents finally decided to let me drop out of high school to pursue jiu-jitsu full-time. I wanted to drop out sooner than that, but they were a little bit iffy because my brother wasn't, you know, making a career out of it yet. You know, he wasn't making money or anything like that. Then, during my freshman year of high school, Gordon started to pick up. He started to make a bit of money, and my parents realized that he was going to be able to make a career out of it. So they finally decided to let me drop out so that I could come and train in New York City under John full-time. One thing that jiu-jitsu has taught me off the mat is commitment. This is really the first thing that I've ever fully committed to. Previous to this, I tried other sports, but I would always quit, you know, and I would always try and take days off, but jiu-jitsu showed me you really have to be there every single day, and you really have to work hard and fully commit yourself to the sport. So even though I'm only 17 and have only been training for, you know, 3.5 to 4 years, I still think that I've developed my skills enough to make a huge impact on the jiu-jitsu world. The reason I choose to compete is because I want to prove to everyone that I'm the best at jiu-jitsu. You know, eventually I want to be known as one of the legends of jiu-jitsu and be known as possibly the greatest of all time.
It's a tricky one. You think, oh yeah, I can just out-muscle this guy, but he's proved time and time again that people can't out-muscle him. He's fought in open weight matches and won open weight matches, so it's not a case of just thinking, oh, he's only a kid. He's proved himself that he's worthy of being one of the best around. So yeah, it'll be an interesting one. Until you actually get in there with someone, you don't know how good they are and to feel him out. But obviously, with the results he's had, we know how good he is. And yeah, it's be a good match for me to prove that I'm amongst the best out there. Yeah, so you got Ashley Williams and Imanari. I don't want to predict a winner on that one. I'd like Ashley to win where he's the British guy, but yeah, I'll be watching it, and yeah, I'll be interested to see how that one goes. I know Ash has had an injury as well, so hopefully he's been able to train hard for it still and come out with the win, really. Him and Ari would be the match I'd like over the two, just where he's a bit of a legend, and I'm sure me and Ash will be able to match pretty much another time in the future where him and Ari, you won't get another chance to match him and Ari. So me and him and Ari is my dream final matchup. Yeah. My long-term goal would be win this featherweight title, and then for Polaris to get a bantamweight title and to win that, so get to 2 titles. That would be my long-term goals. This isn't really my weight division. My weight division's at least 1 lighter. In the UFC I was fighting at 125 pounds, so this is like 2 weights above my actual fighting weight. So I'd like to go and win the featherweight title, then the bantamweight title, really. So yeah, that was my long-term goal.
Okay, so when I started mixed martial arts, I didn't really know what jiu-jitsu was. First class I took was with I remember David Loiseau. He was the first UFC fighter, French-Canadian UFC fighter. He taught the class. It was good. It was butterfly sweeps that we did. But I didn't really understand it as well, so I started doing more striking, Muay Thai, boxing, you know, the more popular martial arts. And then when it started getting serious and I started getting hit in the head, I didn't like it. So I wanted to do something competitive. And then I fell in love with jiu-jitsu right away. I feel when you go up to a higher level, you get tougher competition, and then it just pushes you to always, you know, get better, reach a higher level. Like my next opponent, for example, I feel, in my opinion, is probably one of the toughest guys that I will face. So it's just making me have to train harder, be more disciplined, you know, sleep at an earlier time, eat better, you know, drill more seriously. So it's that kind of discipline, and that's it. I think it's the discipline it brings with it, and the motivation to, you know, wake up, have a purpose. You know, the things you do become easier. You know, you have a purpose and you have a drive. So this morning, for example, 5:30, commute, take the train, be stuck in traffic, Newark Penn Station, it smells bad, you know, a bunch of hobos on the street. So it pushes you to do things when you don't feel like doing them. You know, sometimes you don't feel like doing something, but you have that commitment and you want to take something seriously and want to be the best you can. You do things even when you don't want to. You know, you eat dry spinach instead of eating chips at night, or, you know, just discipline and doing things that you wouldn't usually do if you don't have the obligation to.
I don't think there's anything he has that I haven't seen before, or that I can't be exposed to in training. Obviously there's areas where he's very good. I feel like I'm more well-rounded than him. I feel like we've both got some areas where we're very dangerous. So to me it's really who can implement their game the best, and it's a 15-minute match, so you've got a bit of time to work with to really feel out and see where the match goes. I think the longer this match goes, the more it favours me. Overall, I'd say there's some areas I really would want to avoid against Taza. If I can get a feel for how he's entering them early in the match and be avoiding those areas, I feel like it's going to start to favour me more. So they were originally hoping to get Eddie Cummings for the match, but he didn't want to take that match, so we ended up with Oliver Taza. And it's a 4-man tournament. This first part is for this event, and then if I win, I get to go on and fight the winner of, it's Oliver Geddes, isn't it? It's Ross Nichols. Sorry.
Yeah, it's Ross.
Say that again. Yeah, so the winner of Taza and I fights the winner of Nathan Orchard and Ross Nichols. The only weights I do. Because occasionally I'll get the dumbbell and I do inner range bicep curls just to strengthen that guillotine. But otherwise I don't do weights. Kind of feel like whenever I lose a match or a position or whatever, I usually don't when I look back and I'm not like, oh, if I was stronger, that wouldn't have worked.
Well, I actually really like the guy. I don't want to say anything bad about him.
It's a shame we had to beat him.
You can have a walkout song?
Yeah, I got a walkout song. It's the Jurassic Park thing.
Oh, yeah.